Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to give some lab manual work. Before that, I will give you one more clarification. Again and again many students are asking what we have to write it. So 3 chapters we are going to complete. In each chapters you have to write long answer and a structural application in your notebook. Long answers, question and answer, and structural and applications. If there is a diagram and also question answers you have to write it. And some chapters, if the true or differentiate betweens are there, that you have to write in your notebook. If differentiate between are there in your each chapters, then you have to write it, otherwise just leave it. And other all the things just you write in your note in the textbook. Clear? Then now we are learning the tissue chapter. Here also after completing you can write this long answer and structural and application questions, diagrams, and also questions are there. You have to find it and write in your notebook. Clear? Now I want to give you lab manual work. I think many of you have lab manual. Some few students do not have. I know that. Don't worry. When you will get, you can write it, but this you have to see what are the things you have to write it and what are the things you don't want to write it. First of all, just listen. Here index are given. After writing everything, the index you have to fill it, the number of experiment, and then the name of the experiment, and which date you are writing, and which page number. Remarks that I will write it. Okay. Now, first one, introduction and basic instruction. This you have to write it. This or up to here you have to write. Up to here you have to write it, and then the drawing page, these diagrams you have to draw. And the next one, compound microscope. Compound microscope also you write this much. Up to here. Up to here you have to write it. Safety and precaution in laboratory, no need. And then after writing, left side you have to draw this compound microscope. And then lesson 1. Then a fresh page you have to take it, section A, plant life, and then one microscopic structure. This much you have to write the heading. And one more, generally I am going to say all the chapters. Now all the chapters, introduction no need to write. Introduction no need to write, and then viva voce no need to write. Viva voce and the introduction no need to write in all the chapters, and remaining things you have to write it. First you write here and write fresh page. Experiment number 1, aim of the experiment, and this all the things up to here you have to write it, and the drawing page you have to draw, and then other things like that each chapters. All the chapters the same process. Experiment there are, if it is 2 experiment, 3 experiment are there in a chapter, then you have to write it each experiment in fresh page and their diagram in left side. Everything you have to do like that. And then the 3rd chapter also same, 4th chapter also same. This all chapters you have to do the as it is. And now the 5th chapter. This all you have to write what I said, like that you have to follow. Clear? Once again I will say introduction and viva voice in each chapter, no need to write it. And other thing, each experiment you have to write in fresh page, and diagram should be there in the left side of the page. And then food test, there is one experiment up to here only, and here no diagram. Then what you have to do, this part you have to write in the writing side, and drawing side this you have to write it. You can use here this for writing this, pencil or pen you can use it. Clear? Next, and then chapter 6, identification of animal specimens. Here this no need to write. And then experiment number 6, here this you have to write it. Here 8 phylums are given. Phylums, phylum porifera, like that I will say 5 phylums, and each phylum general characteristics, each phylum general characteristics, and one example you have to write it. One example, and that example diagram you have to draw in the left side of that page. And specimens are given, that points no need to write in the any examples. Clear? Phylum Cylindrata, general characteristics, and one example, specimens no need to write. Like that each one, there are 8 phylums are given. 8 phylums, Sonimethalminthus and Leda, this all phylums, general characteristics, and one example you have to write it, and diagram you can draw one. Each phylums you have to draw any one of the diagram. Each phylum one diagram. Like that you have to do all the 9 phylums. And then next Seventh chapter, movement in human being. Movement in human being, you can write it here. Experiment, this all the things no need. And experiment number 7, this you have to write it. And up to here. And then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diagrams are there. Any 2 diagram you have to draw. And then again next chapter 8, identification of structure of human organs. Here also is no need, and here experiment 8.1 you have to write this also. You have to learn in the bio textbook also. Please write it all the things. And diagram 2 are there, you have to draw. And then next experiment number 8.2, second experiment in the same chapter. So the structure of skin is very important. Draw the diagram in drawing page and write this all the things up to here. And then next one is next experiment, next chapter, breathing. Breathing experiment number 9. This you have to write it and diagram, this 2 diagram you have to draw. And then again 2 projects are there, 11th and 10th and 11th chapter. Investigatory project report 1. Here one experiment you can write it. 10.2 experiment you have to write it. 10.2 experiment. Here 11th chapter, investigatory project report 2. Here also 2 experiments are given. Here 11.2. 11.2 experiment you have to write it. Which I said to write, that you have to write it. Remaining things just avoid it. Here these 2 project there is no diagram. No need to draw the diagram. Only project work you have to write it. And then the next one, there is here writing pages are given. Writing pages and writing page one side line and next side plain page. Plain page you have to use for diagram and writing page you have to use for writing. And one more thing, only blue pen you have to use. Only blue pen you have to use. No any other color, no red pen, no black pen, nothing else. Only blue pen you have to use. And heading you have to underline it properly. Heading just a broad size you have to write it and underline it. And then next one is then you have to write drawing pages. If this much is page, then you have according to the page you have to adjust the diagram. Don't make it too small diagram or too big diagram. Suppose if you are drawing here the lungs, so you know that this much size, so in the middle of the page you have to draw the lungs, for example I am saying. And then the right side, that means in your right side of that page you have to leave the space for labeling, proper labeling. And upper and lower you have to give little bit space, because the diagram should be the center. If one diagram, if 2 or 3 are there, according to that you have to arrange it. Clear? And then write drawing and writing, labeling, everything you have to do with pencil only. Drawing page use only pencil. Don't use any color, don't use pen, nothing else. Only pencil shade you can use. With pencil only you have to write and draw, labeling, everything use only pencil. Make the pencil sharp and diagram. And one more thing I would say, many students, and every year I am seeing many students, they are writing everything, but diagram just they are avoiding. One thing I will say, that for biology diagram is most important. So you have to draw the diagram very perfectly and neatly and clearly. So diagram give more importance, please. So diagram draw properly, and you yourself have to draw. Don't give anybody to draw, because this diagram can ask in the exams. So nobody will help you that time. So you have to draw yourself, and then you have to label all the parts. Clear? And then this much only about your lab manual work. Once again, use only blue pen, and then extra pages if you need more pages. That page is not enough. You will get from the bookstore. You can buy it and add more pages. You can remove these pages from here and you can add it. But while you are writing, please write the page number in each page number, and when you are writing that date also, please mention that pages. Clear? This much only the work. If I think again you don't have any doubt, after completing you can write the index, which total 11 are there. Some experiment, 2 experiment, 3 experiments are there in some chapter. That everything you have to mention, and which date you are writing, which page. These all the things you have to write in your lab manual. I think you are clear. And then this week I think I will complete that chapter tissue also, and after completing that videos you can start writing lab manual. Those who have lab manual, please start writing, and then those who don't have, please maximum you will get as early as possible. The school will inform you. That time you can come and buy your lab manual. Clear? And then one more thing I want to say, that you will get some small test, the 3 chapter what I taught. So you have to learn it, and I'll prepare the question and I'll give you. So please learn it. And one more thing, so lab manual work, don't keep it for tomorrow's. Whenever you have to getting time, you please finish your all the lab manual work, including physics, chemistry, biology, all the writing was please complete it. And when the school will reopen, we all are busy to our syllabus, to finish the syllabus and learning works. So that time you will not get for completing your writing works. Clear? Thank you. God bless you.